And so he restored the teacher. I would say in the 60s and 70s, he restored the teacher. And it was like that everybody was teaching. But then people that weren't teachers were trying to teach. But because that was the thing that everybody was teaching. That's when Kenneth Copeland, who's still there, and Brother Hagin, and Dr. Price, and Charles Capps, and Jerry Savelle, and some of them still alive. And still Norval Hayes, teacher. And in his 90s, still teaching. I'm just saying, so the teacher was restored to the body. Then the pastor, everything was the pastor. The pastor, everything the pastor. And the church is out of order because the pastors are running the church. Pastors are not to run the church. We need pastors. Pastors are to shepherd the people, but not run the direction of the church. That's why the church is fragmented. That's why it's all broken up. That's why one pastor doesn't speak to another pastor. Because that's not the way it's supposed to be. The pastors are supposed to be amongst the people, the sheep. And then the pastors are supposed to be in unity and harmony with one another. No, they're not. You got the color code, and I'm of this, and I'm of that, and all that's all wrong. It talks about that in Corinthians 3. Those things are all wrong. I'm of Cephas, I'm of Paul, they said, who's the one that planted the seed? Who's the one that watered? Who's the one that gathered? God. He's the one that uses all of them. And so the church has to come to maturity. And so then the pastors, then the evangelists. The evangelists, my goodness. Jimmy Swaggart, when Jimmy Swaggart and others hit the scene, my God. The evangelist was Oral Roberts. The evangelist, who's that? Oh yeah, Arthur Blessed, the cross carrier. We was all carrying cross. I did. It's through this with Andy Warburton. White, 6'5", Shay, still 6'5", is still white. British, left the ministry, real estate broker. And I could go into all that, but who else? Who else, Cookie? You said somebody else? Okay. So we had the evangelists and Billy Graham. That's right. He's still alive. I think he might have just pushed 90. I think Billy Graham just pushed 90. And the move of God will be in full swing when Oral Roberts already laid down, when Billy Graham lays down. Then the oil will be finished as far as that. This is prophetic, so you don't know what I'm talking about. It's okay, it's all right, it's all right. But so when that, because it was the two great evangelists. And that was Oral Roberts and Billy Graham. Not to mention, Jimmy Swaggart was swinging from the fence too, and taking it out of the park. Jimmy shook the world. God, in other words, God. See what happened? We were on the man. What man? What man? What man? You missed it. You're carnal. It's not about the man. I'm just saying the person that God used is God. No great men, no great women. They're men and women serving a great God. We got it wrong. We're carnal. But we changing that. And I had no plan on doing any of this, but I'm doing it by the Spirit. We doing good with our time. And so the evangelist has had his time. And listen, and all these gifts still operate. My bishop that I'm submitted to, Archbishop George Curry, is a theologian. You don't know what that is. He even when he gets here, he comes up. He is so loaded that when he gets up, he's an hour and a half. He hadn't even started his first. He hadn't even started his first run. An hour and a half. We with him, and he goes 12 hours a day. When we with him, And he got all these other boys that Ernest, we don't even want to hear. I was going to say this, I'll be in trouble with Cookout. I can't say it. Right. After service. We got these boys that just come in. Let's put it like that. Just come in, and now they up speaking to us. I don't want to hear from them. I'm not at the meeting. I'm talking about our international meeting, so you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about going wherever. Our meeting's going to be in Oklahoma this year because my bishop is in India. And so he has to ascend or descend, whichever one it is, from India. I think descend. But anyway, he got to come from India, and then he's going to Oklahoma because that's where a lot of his family is. He got a big family, a lot of children, a lot of kids. And then, I don't know how many he got, 6 or 7, 6 at least. And then they got a load. He got a load of grandchildren. And I think he even got some great. But anyway, he's like 20-something, like Bishop Herman. I told him he can't have no more woman. He told me he's going to live 120, 150. And he's trying to do it. He's going to push over 100, no doubt about that, because of the way anyway. He got all kind of stuff, Cookie. All kind of stuff. No, you need to get with him. He got all kind of stuff to help the natural body. Summer to help the natural body to continue to live. You eat the wrong thing, it kills your body. All that stuff that they told us, and it's all good to our face because we taught our face that this is what's good, and it's not. And this is what I like, and your body not even listening to your body. Your body's saying, I don't like that. You can tell when it push out or push out. It push out. It's telling you push out, push out. It's telling you I don't like it. It's telling you, but you like it. Or the other side. Then you got the other side that's shriveled. Listen, neither one is right. It's to be healthy and to look good. Notice what I said: be healthy and to look good. You don't know what the person said. I'm overweight. I'm this. I'm fat. I'm this. Or I want to be skinny. No, you want to be healthy. Yeah. You want to look normal. You want to be healthy. You got to get your mind straight. Right. Notice what I said. You got to get your mind straight. Right. And then you got to get your speaking right. Okay, now back to the pastor. And no, we passed him, the evangelist. Yeah. So the evangelist, I told you, one laid down, the other one, once he lays down, then the move of God that's already on will be in full swing. Yeah. For the new. Yeah. Then you have the prophets. I didn't go through the years, but then you had I started with the teacher, then I gave you the pastor. He was in the up to the 80s into the 80s, and then the prophets. That's everywhere the prophet. Everybody's a prophet, but they didn't have the gift. But then there was the gift too, and when you see the gift, woo, it's magnificent. Anyway, so the prophets came on the scene to point the way, to give the direction, and of course there's been a lot of out of order too. Because the prophets have to be with apostles. They have to work together because that's the way God made it. But notice it says, I didn't give it to you. I gave it to you, but we didn't look at it. So we got to go switch over to 1 Corinthians 12 so you can see it. Well, you got to see this first language. 1 Corinthians 12. This is what, when Jesus gave the Holy Spirit, remember? Now this is the Holy Spirit. This is gifts of the Spirit. I gave you the gifts of Jesus. Now I'm giving you the gifts of the Spirit, and it's also gifts from the Father. I don't have time to get into the Father, but he got gifts too, and they're in the Bible. So, but this is what the Holy Spirit, this is what he does. Now it says, verse 27, I guess we'll start there. 1 Corinthians 12:27. Now you are Christ's body and individually members of it. Notice that. That means everybody has a part to play. It starts with your tithe. Because your tithe, Jesus said, wherever your heart is, that's where your treasure is. That's where your heart will be. So your money. As long as your money is in your bank account, in your heart is your bank account, your heart's not right. Hard to be with God is the tithe. That gives you the ability to the supernatural. That everything in God's kingdom belongs to you when you connect. If you never connect financially, then you always disconnected, even though you're sitting there. And we do have people that have sat for 20 years, sat and didn't pay their tithes. We got them still sitting here right now. And they all like they moving like us, but they're not. Because until you connect there, you're not connected. Okay. It's not my pitch to try to get money. It's my pitch for you so that you can have everything that God has for you. Because when I first heard it, I went to church. Cookie was invited to what was the name of the church? Shiloh. Yeah, no, wasn't Shiloh. Anyway, Elder Hammond was the pastor, wasn't Shiloh. But anyway, he was the pastor. Cookie's is a legend. You don't even know. My wife is a legend in the beauty industry, with hair and the beauty salons. My wife is a legend. We went to what was it on Sunday? We went to Felix's. And Cookie's there, and everybody knows Cookie. You did my hair 30 years ago. As a matter of fact, the woman couldn't name where it was. We had to tell her where it was. She said the wrong name. But when she say Macy's, and it wasn't Macy's, it was the Broadway. But she said Macy's because the Broadway became Macy's. No, Macy's ate the Broadway. There we go. Yeah. So anyway, so she said Macy's. No, Cookie didn't work for Macy's. She worked for Broadway. But anyway, I said, look. These people, look, my wife is a legend. In that arena, they know her. They know her as Cookie the beautician. They know her. They know her all over this county. They know her. Or from here all the way to Oregon. When I went to Portland, I took my wife. I got my full ride scholarship, Shay, Devin, to Division I. I took my wife. So she's a beautician, and so she the first thing Cookie did is she look changed. She's in Oregon. She got her driver's license, Oregon driver's license. And then she got her Oregon license to be a beautician. The police pulled me over because I had California license plate. Where's my Oregon? No. I ain't got no Oregon driver's license, and I ain't getting one. Not until the cop that. And he gave me a break. They kept giving me breaks till I left because I never did. I was there to play basketball. I wasn't there to get a driver's license, and I wasn't there for that. I'm not, anyway. That's just me. I said no, because I can't even tell you why. I can't tell you why. I will tell you, but I can't say it now. I don't want to. What's that, Cookie? Men's meeting. She said, you heard her, she said men's meeting, right? Men's meeting. Yeah. Okay. So back over here. So in 1 Corinthians 12, verse 28, it said, and God has appointed in the church first. First. I want you to notice that language. First apostle. So first in the church is the apostolic. But notice,